our divorce. You're heading out already?
The restaurant was filled with warm light and familiar faces, the kind that made you believe in permanence. 20 years of marriage had earned us this moment, or at least that's what I thought. I was sitting at a long table surrounded by friends, family, our children.
I just don't
Laughter
know what
moved
I'd do without
easily
you,
through
Mom.
the room. Glasses clinked. Someone
You'll
toasted
always
to
be
memories.
my priority.
I felt proud, steady, rooted. I had planned a quiet speech, a small gift tucked into my jacket pocket. Nothing extravagant, just a reminder that I still chose her after all this time. But she stood up before I did. At first I smiled, assuming she was about to say something sweet, maybe tease me about getting older. The room fell silent as she raised her glass. Her expression was calm in a way that immediately felt wrong.
And then I told him, absolutely
I filed for
not.
divorce
I
this
simply
morning,
won't
she
stand
said.
for it. It was
The words
terribly
landed without
dramatic,
emotion,
honestly.
like a line
Sure
she
was.
practiced in the mirror. No pause, no apology. Someone laughed nervously, thinking it was a joke. It wasn't, she continued, explaining that all future communication would go through her attorney, then lifted her glass again and said, "To new beginnings."
I told
She
them I
walked
didn't
out
see
without
anything
looking back.
unusual last night.
I couldn't move.
Everything was
I remember
quiet
noticing
when
the
I went
sound
to
of
bed.
silverware against plates, my son's jaw tightening, my daughter staring at her mother like she was seeing a stranger. The next morning, the house was silent. Her side of the closet was empty. Her phone number, disconnected. By noon, I discovered our accounts were drained. Savings gone. Joint credit lines closed. Even the house, the one I thought we owned together, was never truly mine. It wasn't a breakup, it was an extraction. Shock has a way of slowing everything down. I went to the bank, the records office, and then I did the one thing she told me
He
to do in
suspects
front
nothing.
of everyone. I went to
Good,
see her
we proceed
lawyer.
as planned then.
The moment I gave my name, the receptionist's smile slipped. I was led into a conference room, and when the senior partner walked in and saw me, the color drained from his face. That was when I knew this wasn't just about money. He tried to redirect me, told me I should leave. I asked him one simple question. Why did he look so afraid? The silence stretched on until he finally sat down. There had been another man before me, a husband I'd never heard of, a wealthy one. A man who had transferred his assets, signed documents, trusted her completely, and then disappeared shortly after a very public separation. No body, no resolution. Just a quiet case that went cold. The lawyer admitted he'd helped her then, just as he was helping her now, by not asking enough questions. I walked out with copies of documents he should have destroyed years ago. That night, the pieces started fitting together with sickening clarity. Her sudden appearance in my life years ago, her interest when I was most vulnerable, the way she encouraged me to put everything in her name for convenience. The way
It's
she
delicious.
isolated me slowly,
Honestly,
methodically,
I couldn't
without
ask
ever
for a
raising
better
her
afternoon.
voice. This wasn't cruelty, it was a pattern. I hired my own attorney the next morning. Not a polite one, a thorough one. We froze what little remained and started digging. We also asked questions about my first wife. The doctors had called her death a sudden illness, complications, nothing suspicious. But time changes what evidence can reveal, especially when you finally know what to look for. My children came to me with pieces of their own subtle comments she'd made, private conversations that felt wrong in hindsight. She had been preparing for years. When she realized the ground beneath her was shifting, she reached out, not with apologies. With threats? Hints about stories she could tell, accusations she could manufacture. I didn't respond. We found the remains of her first husband in a place she believed no one would ever search. We found financial trails she assumed were buried by time. We found enough to turn a civil dispute into something much darker. The arrest happened quietly. No drama, just handcuffs and silence. At the sentencing, she didn't look at me. She stared forward, her expression empty, as if already rewriting the story in her head where she was the victim. She was given more years than she would ever live through. Life didn't just snap back into place, it settled slowly. I sold the house, moved somewhere smaller, and focused on rebuilding something honest with my children. People sometimes ask how I didn't see it sooner. The truth is simple and uncomfortable. Monsters don't look like monsters when they need you. They look like solutions. They look like love. I survived because she underestimated one thing, that I would ask questions instead of disappearing quietly. 20 years ended in one sentence over champagne. But the rest of my life began the moment I refused to vanish. Thanks for listening.